We greet you today from Apex, North Carolina. Today on YouTube, it's Oak City Soccer as they wrap up this 2018 season against Asheville City. Oak City coming in 4-4-1, Asheville City 8-0-1. Hi again, everybody. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. A little bit different of a setup. We had some driving rain, really, that started at about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon and continued on until, well, it actually just stopped raining. So that's a good sign for today's game. So different venue, a little different setup, but we'll do the best we can to bring you the best broadcast we can, and we're going to start that by giving you the starters for today's game. We'll start with Asheville City head coach Stacey Enos in front of the net, starting Bryson Lee. Also starting today for Asheville is number 3 Crystal Goss, number 5 Octavia Saunders, number 6 Molly Dwyer starting, number 8 Jennifer Cujo, number 10 Megan McAllister, number 13 Lydia Vandenberg, number 17 Sarah Jacobs, number 23 Kendall Fishline, number 24 Christina Shimshock, and number 29 Lisa Marie Woods. Starting for today for Anita Rodriguez and Oak City, in front of the net is Susie Zagante. Also starting is number 1 Michelle Casole, number 5 Madison Hoops, number 7 Melissa Fernandez, number 9 Evie Gardner, number 11 Lauren Griffiths, number 18 Claire Griffiths, number 24 Corey Lawrence, number 14 is Ellen McAdams, number 26 is Paige Griffiths, and number 25 is Ivory Garner. Oak City is in the white. They will possess first. Asheville still in their huddle as you get a look at them. So, since we last talked, Oak City winning a couple on the road. They're coming off a 1-0 victory over Beaufort County back on the 1st of July. Meanwhile, Asheville, they have run the table almost to the end here, winning 3-1 against Discoveries earlier this week on the 3rd, on Tuesday. So, what's on the line today? Well, Oak City's playing this last one for fun. No real shot at a region crown. Different altogether, though, for Asheville City. They've got everything to play for today. We're waiting to see what the Carolina Rapids did today as they played at Lake Norman at noon today. So they're just wrapping up in the Charlotte area. But Asheville with 25 points, Rapids with 24 points. So if Asheville wins or if the Rapids have lost, that clinches the Carolina Conference for Asheville. They're on the run. Cujo firing a shot. That's going to be a little wide to the right. Asheville will look to throw here. These two teams meeting for the second time. They met June 27th in Asheville. It was a 4-1 Asheville victory. Oak City, a lot of chances in the first half. They sort of ran out of gas pretty early. Score was 4-1 at halftime, so both teams kind of ran out of gas. Cujo had her scored in the 5th minute as Madison Hoops looks to get something going. Dwyer also had a goal. Fishline and Roberts for Asheville. For Oak City, Madison Hoops scored the lone goal in the 16th minute. How about the year for Madison, as that's off Cujo, and it'll be an Oak City throw here. Just underway. Folks, we got the YouTube chat going. Again, we're trying to give you the best picture we can today, so bear with us if it's not quite up to our normal quality. Asheville, good defense by Cujo. Dwyer with a little tap forward. Coming up is the right back for Oak City, Lauren Griffiths, who's going to be a lot of fun to watch in college, by the way. Lauren Griffiths going to VCU. She didn't play much last year, but she's looked good here on the counterattack. This is McAllister firing it into the back of the net, just like that. Asheville City connects. Well, that did not take long. 3rd minute, we'll say. And the first goal on the board for Asheville City, who's here to take care of business. And again, this is how the game started in Asheville. So McAllister with the goal. McAllister had 10 goals, 6 assists last year at Western Carolina. Most goals in a season since 2001. She's going to be a junior there in the mountains, and she is a scoring machine. So, goal in the 2nd minute for McAllister makes it 1-0 Asheville, and let's see how Oak City responds now after getting hit in the mouth early. It was the 5th minute in the first meeting when Asheville scored first. Madison Hoops, of course, Oak City had that early chance in the opening seconds of this one. For Oak City, it's Lauren Griffiths. Oak City, last three on the road. They were at the Lady Dynamo on the 23rd of June, won that 3-1. Good ball by Lawrence, but two defenders there for Asheville. Pass by Jacobs. Now McAllister goes back. Over on that far side is Shimshock, plays it into the box, and that'll be wide right for a goal kick. Susie Zagante back in front of the net for Oak City. Member of the Croatian under-19 women's national team. Played at Grand Canyon and played at UNC Asheville a little bit in college as well. Takes that free kick over on the far side. Garner back to Fernandez. Garner double teamed. Fernandez will hit it out. So the pressure there you see from Asheville. Part of the reason why they are unbeaten. Only one draw this year for Asheville. Came against Beaufort. Casold takes it back. And that ball is blocked back. You see they're not giving an inch, or Asheville today. It's a smart team. A lot of Asheville's roster is comprised of coaches. Players who are not only players, but coaches in the Asheville area and other parts of the upstate of South Carolina as well. In fact, there's at least 5 or 6 coaches. So a lot of type A personalities, but coach like Cujo sends it into the box. That'll be wide left, and we'll have another goal kicks. Coach like Stacy Enos will have no trouble getting that kind of a group to gel well, though. And I do believe from my time in Asheville, albeit brief, that a lot of these ladies know each other and have known each other for a while too. So there's that kind of chemistry as well. But pretty good start for this first year program. Oak City in its first year went to the region playoffs. Charleston last year in the first region. Dwyer from Vandenberg sends it into the box, looking for the running Jacobs, but it goes behind. Another goal kick to come. 6 minute, 5 minutes in the books. 1-0 in favor of Asheville. Megan McAllister scoring in the second minute. Of course, Sheeman, Kevin Gotuso, glad to be with you. It was about 3 hours of utter chaos trying to pull this one off. So Kevin with a couple of trips to Walmart. But we're glad that the weather's starting to cooperate a little bit better too, not only for the broadcast but for the players. It's that right mix of where it's not that driving rain that we had earlier, and it's also not sunny, so you've got the nice clouds providing some relief from what would normally be 90-plus weather right now. Asheville City with the throw. Shimshock, pressure, good play by Garner to take it away. That's deflected out, and it'll be a throw for Oak City. Oak City 4-4-1. Looking for back-to-back winning seasons. They were 6-4 last year. A tough task here today. Cujo sends it into the box. And Dwyer trying to appeal that it was touched, and the referee agrees with her, so we will have our first corner kick. Corner kick's over on the far side, going to be or on the near side, excuse me, by Jennifer Cujo. Played for Ghana at the 2012-2014 FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Has played for the WPSL as well. Played in the WPSL as she takes the corner into the box. And it's headed, but wrong way by McAllister, and another goal kick to come. So Oak City, I mentioned on the 23rd, they were actually on the 17th, they were at Lake Norman. Lost that one 3-2. Won 3-1 at the Dynamo on the 23rd. Lost 4-1 against Asheville on the 27th. Into the box, it's Dwyer. Zagante able to make the play. And then able to get the victory on the road last weekend against Beaufort County. Claire Griffiths, the lone goal in that game. Claire normally known for her assists. Couple of goals, 4 assists on the year. Madison Hoops leads the team with 5 goals. And Michelle Casold with 4. Well, the sun's starting to peek out a little more here this afternoon now. That's good sign, I guess. That's going to be off of Asheville, so a throw to come here for Oak City. Lauren Griffiths with the throw, looking long. And nothing but Asheville City around the ball right now. Oak City applying some pressure. Here comes Casold, pressing on Cujo. Cujo sends it over to the far side. That pass by Woods, I believe. Taken back by Oak City. Pretty good crowd on hand. Asheville travels pretty well. I saw a few folks from Asheville who made the trip, so. But this was a late decision made this morning to move fields, which is a surprise because WakeMed has some really good facilities. The first broadcast we did came after about 5 or 6 days of heavy rain in the area, so I didn't think anything of it, really. But apparently the field taking a beating. Good play by Vandenberg, went back heel in the air to Dwyer, but Dwyer let it go too far forward. It'll be an Oak City throw. 10th minute, 1-0 in favor of Asheville. It is windy, too. The wind is blowing from right to left on your screens. Interested to see how that'll impact a free kick like this to come from Lauren Griffiths. You could see it die just a little bit. She was looking to get it farther on the near side too, so it curved. Here's Woods sending it. Dwyer trying to get to the ball. Dwyer fires, blocked by Zagante. Follow-up by Jacobs is too high. Nice play, Susie Zagante against Molly Dwyer. Dwyer, a part of that great program in down in Furman in the upstate of South Carolina from 2014 until last season. At Furman, Molly Dwyer, 28 goals, 13 assists. Madison Hoops, good player in her own right. And we're going to have a foul called. So Dwyer, 28 goals, 13 assists in her career at Furman. They made the NCAA tournament in 2015, and I believe they had an upset victory in that tournament. Another strong program. That's the theme of these broadcasts, talking about all these strong programs in North and South Carolina. Good header. Back to Bryson Lee, who's going to be a sophomore at UNC Asheville. Bryson Lee, 18 appearances as a freshman at UNC Asheville, 1.88 goals against average, 66% save percentage, and 2 clean sheets. She had a great freshman year in Asheville. Another throw for Dwyer in Asheville City, 12th minute. She's going to give way to Saunders, who will throw. Taken back, great defense there from Griffiths, looking for Hoops. Holding off the ball was McAdams, playing it back to Lauren Griffiths. They were looking for Garner, knocked out by Asheville, so a throw by Fernandez coming on that far side as the sun has started to make more of an appearance as the afternoon has gone on. Hoops. And Hoops got tricked up there. Madison's going to UNC Pembroke next season. How about Madison Hoops as a high school player at Jacksonville High School? Madison Hoops, 47 goals, a school record, all state, all mid-Atlantic. Played last year at Longwood, 15 games. And if you're a UNC Pembroke fan, you're going to enjoy watching her play. She's played well. She's had a very good summer. Hi to Doug, who's checking in on the YouTube chat. I assume we have lots of Asheville fans out there. Good to have you folks, my former hometown. I miss it. I miss it every day. Beautiful place. Ball into the box. No trouble for Zagante. Zagante got a good kick. The wind is kind of gusting, so it's a little calmer right now. So you see the ball move a little bit better there compared to the free kick. Sent in by Casold on a couple of hops. Nobody but Bryson Lee is there. Oak City 4-4-1. They went 500 in their first season, 3-3-2. They reached the region playoffs. Last year 6-4. And it's kind of a year of what could have been for Oak City this year. A few players who ended up with the courage, which is great. You know, thumbs up to that. Good for those girls to have that opportunity. On the downside, it hurt Oak City a little bit on the field here in 2018, but still, you want to see that relationship continue to grow and prosper, and there's no reason why it shouldn't either. When you've got an NWSL team playing right behind you. Good ball in, trying to give it a run was McAdams. It'll be played back by the center back Fishline. Sent ahead and over everybody's head, out near us, and it'll be an Oak City throw. th minute, 1-0 in favor of Asheville. Megan McAllister scoring on a counterattack in the 2nd minute. Garner unable to do anything with that. Trying to get the counterattack again is Asheville. And again, I believe over on the far side, hard to see the jerseys, but I believe that was McAllister again. She's got a lot of speed, Megan McAllister, entering her junior year at Western Carolina. Cujo, smart tactical player from Ghana. Vandenberg lets it go. Here's Saunders. Back to Vandenberg. Off the back heel, Dwyer. Saunders. That's blocked by Dwyer, who gives a smile, and Oak City gets the throw. Again, Asheville looking to win the conference outright. They do so with a win or a Rapids loss here. I did try to check in with the Rapids folks. We'll see if anybody has a score for that one. WPSL folks who might be monitoring this broadcast, feel free to let us know on that YouTube chat. This game meaningful certainly for Asheville in their first year, trying to become, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the 3rd first-year program. No foul called. Madison Hoop. Madison Hoop sends it into the box. Casold. Oh, it's in! Oh, my! Bryson Lee mistimed it, and Michelle Casold with an awkward hit that lands. Michelle Casold with her 5th goal of the season, the assist for Hoops. And in the 16th minute, it's even at 1, and Asheville screaming for a foul called there. Unbelievable play by Casold. First, I thought the ball was going to be too high for her. She got up in the air, was able to gather herself. You might not like the foul call, but that was pretty. So even at 1, Vandenberg sending it in. Bad clear. Dwyer now. Dwyer's got an open net, and guess what? Ball don't lie. Asheville answers right back in the 17th. It's Molly Dwyer. Well, what do you say about that? Oak City starts to get some momentum, and Asheville takes it right back. Demoralizing. So it was a misplay by the center back for Oak City, who I believe was trying to clear it. Zagante came out of the box trying to make a play, and a player like Molly Dwyer is smart, and she will capitalize on that 100% of the time. So Asheville 2, Oak City 1. Furious the last couple of minutes. Oak City taking it back now, and a trip up on Woods. Free kick to come. So Lauren, will give the free kick here. Ball into the box, headed out by Asheville, fired back in, but that's going to be wide right for a goal kick. So goal kick for Lee and Asheville. Folks, while we have a brief moment, I want to tell you to check out WPSLsoccer.com, all the stats and scores that you need. Learn about the largest women's league in the world. That ball's headed. This time Lauren Griffiths on the ball. It's Lauren and Claire playing on that back line. Apologies to Claire. I might have called her Lauren a couple of times. Claire's in the right back position. Lauren in the center back. Another foul called on Asheville, so another free kick to come. Lauren Griffiths from center circle. Here's Claire. Tap back to her. Vandenberg gets there first. Dwyer. Those high leg kicks from Molly Dwyer. Claire. And no call as Jacobs takes it away for Asheville. On that far side, players battling for it. Good intensity here in this game. Oak City with not much to play for. They're missing players like Ella Bonner, a few others not with us here today, so they're a little bit shorthanded as well. But a lot of fire, a lot of fight today from Oak City. It's been fun to watch so far. 2-1. Over on the far side, that's going to roll out. And it'll be a throw, I believe, for Oak City. Hiroshima, Kevin Gattuso, glad to be with you here today. The wind's starting to pick up again. The clouds have come back into play. The rain is gone, though. Hallelujah. It was a nagging, pouring rain from the time we got here, about 10-1, until, honestly, right after the anthem. Lydia Vandenberg, the captain, trying to go through two defenders, and it's cleared out. So it will be a throw for Asheville here on the near side. It's Octavia Saunders. Saunders, I mentioned there's a lot of coaches on the Asheville roster. Octavia, an assistant at Brevard, a Division II school south of Asheville. Played 4 years at the University of Montevallo. A two-time team captain as the junior and senior. Saunders taking it back. It's played back to Vandenberg. Vandenberg dances to the left. Back over to Saunders. That low ball and offside flag is up. So 2-1. Asheville getting a goal from McAllister in the 2nd minute. In the 16th minute, Michelle Casold from Madison Hoops. And then right back on the ball, Asheville took the lead back in the 17th off the foot of Molly Dwyer. And that's where we're at right now. Cujo and McAdams going for the ball. It rolls back to Lee. Bryson Lee sends it to the near side. Here's Saunders. Vandenberg. Lydia Vandenberg played with the Chicago Red Stars in the NWSL. Played professionally for Magic Jack as well before the NWSL was created. She's played in the W League. She's played, I believe, overseas. A long professional career. She's somebody I got to know as an assistant coach at Warren Wilson College in Asheville, and terrific player. Absolutely outstanding player. She's the one, if Oak City fans remember, I was talking about that we needed to watch out for, because she's the one who popped one of the women's national team members in a professional game. We'll let you guess which one. Asheville winning it back, the through ball, but the offside flag is up. We're going to get our first sub of the game here at the next availability. And it'll be made by Oak City. 24th minute. Temperatures today are in the 70s, but as the sun comes out, we might see those numbers rise a little bit. It's been hit or miss sun. It's very humid. Free kick was taken on the far side by Gardner. Trying to battle for it, McAdams again. And that's off Asheville. Fernandez will throw, but we're going to get our first sub for Oak City. Dina Floyd coming in. Dina Floyd is playing for the first time, at least at home, here in 2018. Dina, a great player at Florida from 2000 to 2003. She was an NSCAA All-Southeast Region player, and 11 goals and 10 assists in 97 appearances at the University of Florida. She has since been in the area. She's been a part of Oak City since its founding, helping out as a player, helping out behind the scenes as well. So good to see her out there getting some action, the veteran. And a good player to have today against this deep and experienced Asheville team. Madison Hoops going for the header. Cujo's going to get there first. Dwyer, pass a little bit short for her. Played forward by Claire Griffiths, and that's going to go off of Saunders. So Claire will throw it in over near her bench. 26th minute. 2-1 in favor of Asheville. Asheville wins today. They win the conference. Also win with a Rapids loss. Now, if the Rapids win and Asheville ties, they would both have 26 points, and I believe the head-to-head would go to Asheville. And goal difference. They both favor Asheville. So any kind of tiebreakers, now that's just what I believe to be true. That's not what I know to be true. I tried to find what the rules were, but it was a fruitless endeavor. Let's say that. Rapids game is done, by the way. We're still trying to track down a score for that one, because if the Rapids lost today, although they were heavily favored against Lake Norman, certainly, that young squad there in the Charlotte area. But if they did lose, it's a moot point. Asheville would be the champs regardless. Win, lose, or draw. Right now the points are 25 for Asheville, 24 for the Rapids. And they like to put the live World Cup standings on the screen. We don't have the live standings for you. But again, we'll check. And again, if there's any WPSL folks, anybody who might be watching who might know that score, use the YouTube chat. Trying to get that ball through, Casold instead. There's Garner, the youngster, battling with Shimshock on the far side and winning a throw. Looks like we might have another sub again for Oak City. Annabelle Phillips coming in. Annabelle playing at Hartford University. University of Hartford, excuse me, folks in Connecticut. Entering her senior year, just one game played up there, but able to get some opportunity here this summer with Oak City late in the season. That's going to be headed out by Casold. We've been talking about Michelle Casold's story all year. The former field hockey Olympian, longtime Team USA member. Counterattack is on. McAllister sends it in. Dwyer with the little tap. Vandenberg tries to chase. Griffiths, I believe, sending it away. So it'll be a throw for Asheville. Michelle Casold Played field hockey at Wake Forest, hasn't played soccer since high school. Came in here with Oak City, 4 goals, including the lone goal this afternoon, make it 5 goals, that is, on the season, including that goal in the 16th minute. That ball's headed out. Another throw for Oak City. Don't forget, folks, visit that website. Get all the ticket information that you need. OakCityUnited.com. Michelle Casold again right near us with it, sending it forward. That back line for Asheville is tough. They have not allowed much this season. They've allowed 4 goals all year, 5 including the one here today. It doesn't happen often. Lauren Griffiths plays it back. And I believe we have a foul on Asheville. 29th minute. 2-1 Asheville, leading Oak City. And a free kick to come. Again, that wind is howling. Ivy trying to get on the ball, and Vandenberg has no trouble. The ball on the near side, again, the wind is howling this way, so that ball carried off the foot of Woods. So it's a disadvantage having it in your face, and it can be a disadvantage with your low passing, especially as Hoops comes back into the game for Oak City. She'll replace Corey Lawrence. Lawrence hits the bench. Asheville on the ball again. Madison Hoops. It's going to be off Hoops, they say. Quick throw by Saunders. Good defensive play by Ellen McAdams. Counterattack is on now for Oak City. Here comes Hoops. Hoops trying to make something happen against Fishline. Sends it into the box. It's blocked by Lee. Still danger. And the hit by Phillips is off the mark. Phillips hesitated for a moment there, and that gave Asheville time to recover, and it will be a corner kick. This is the first corner kick of the day for Oak City. Madison Hoops will take it on the far side of your screen. So Hoops to take it. Correction, she gave way. I believe it would be Griffiths over Claire Griffiths with 4 assists on the year. Looking for Hoops. Also look out for the defender Gardner, and a foul going to be called there in the box on Oak City. A couple of subs will come on here in just a moment. So Lee will take the free kick, 32nd minute. Asheville 2, Oak City 1. Rashima Kevin Gotuso, glad to be with you here this afternoon. The weather has much improved from where we were right before the start. Dwyer, Cujo, sending it to the left. Saunders got some space, looking to cross possibly. Sends it into the box, and that was short for Woods. So 2 subs on now for Oak City, 1 for Asheville. For Asheville, it's Charlotte McClure. For Oak City, Paige Griffiths and Corey Lawrence coming right back into the game after a short breather. And they'll replace both Garner and McAdams. McAdams, some good minutes so far today for Oak City. Hitting the bench for Asheville is Saunders. Vandenberg, pass off the mark. And a throw for Oak City. Got to look at the footwork of the head coach for Asheville. Stacy Enos still got it. That ball played forward. Paige Griffiths. Casold. Vandenberg with the touch. Here's Claire Griffiths. Now it's Floyd from center circle. Good ball by Floyd. Giving it a run is Lawrence on the far side. And it'll go behind. But a good effort. And a nice pass by Dina Floyd. So Bryson Lee with the goal kick. Taken right back by Asheville. At center circle, that's McClure. Paige Griffiths winning possession back. Good touch back by Floyd. Over on the far side, it's Lawrence. So Lawrence is occupying that left wing spot. Another throw. Casold around the ball, but it's played forward by Asheville. Claire Griffiths will send it back to Zagante. Here's Michelle Casold again. Casold with the through ball. And Bryson Lee calls everybody off. Quick pickup and toss. Here's McClure. Near side Dwyer. Vandenberg. And it's Gardner, the center back. Cujo sends it ahead. Here now is Woods into the box, but no trouble for Zagante there. 35th minute. Vandenberg again sends it forward. Avery Gardner around the ball again. There's Lauren Griffiths. Lauren and Claire both on that back line. Mentioned Lauren's playing her, will start her second year at VCU. This is Fernandez. On the right back side is her sister Claire Griffiths, who didn't play as a redshirt last year at Florida State. She's going to South Carolina. The rich get richer. Ivy's going to come back into the game for Oak City. Laura Greb coming in for Asheville. So Ivy Garner back out there, and she'll replace Annabelle Phillips. Meanwhile, Greb is back in, and a deserved break for McAllister for Asheville, scoring the game's opening goal in the 2nd minute. Cujo given some space. Vandenberg. Asheville patient with it right now. Garner applying some pressure. That was Claire Griffiths trying to make a play now. Here is Floyd. Floyd has it blocked back. Dwyer gives chase. Dwyer will get there first, send it into the box, but on one couple of hops, Susie Zagante makes the play. Hiroshima Kevin Gotuso, glad to be with you. Apex, North Carolina. Apex High School. This place looks like a very affluent Division III school. It looks nothing like a high school. Taking it away is Woods, sending it right to Zagante, who makes a play on it. I mean, it's certainly nothing like my high school was. It's got a whole complex of athletic facilities. Again, it would rival the best affluent Division II school. So a throw for Oak City here now. Claire Griffiths. A beautiful alternative to Wake Med is what we'll call our journey to Apex, North Carolina here today. It's about 10 miles south of Raleigh. Well, Saunders had a short break. She will come back in, and it looks like she's going to the back line, and she'll replace Shimshock. It's good. We talked about it all year with Oak City. A lot of players like Casold and Ella Bonner when she was with us who could play multiple positions and able to contribute different spots on the field. Looks like Saunders is that kind of player as well for Asheville. The wind's starting to howl again. Lauren Griffith sends it forward. Cujo is there for Asheville. Got to credit what Asheville's been able to do in their first year. They started with an NPSL men's team last year, had some success. Stacy Enos, Lydia Vandenberg, and I believe Megan Burke involved as well. 3 people who are cemented in that area, well-known soccer stars in their own rights as well. We'll talk about Stacy maybe at halftime. But the response by the city, by its fans, has been tremendous. They've averaged around 1,400 people. Stacy said earlier today when we were talking that it would be more if it weren't for a little rain that kind of brought the numbers down for one of the games. Another sub coming in for Oak City. Coming back into the game is Ellen McAdams. Good first half for her so far. 40th minute. And a throw now for Oak City. Can Oak City get something here to try to get the momentum? They had the momentum for all of about 20 seconds in this game. Asheville went ahead 1-0 early in the second minute. Oak City answered in the 16th. Michelle Casold with a wild shot in the air that was mistimed by Bryson Lee and wound up in the back of the net. It looked like it was going to go over the crossbar. The wind, as we mentioned, has been a factor. It kind of curved it and sent it into the back of the net. So I blame Bryson Lee, but really it's Mother Nature's fault. And then right back on the ball, Asheville answered right back with a goal in the 17th minute. Their first possession. So Oak City has not had much momentum here in this one, trailing for most of it. Still an opportunity though, just down 2-1. That ball is in. Claire Griffith stays on it. Here is Hoops on the near side. Vandenberg trying to take it away, and that'll be off her foot. Vandenberg played collegiately at Clemson. Told you about her long pro career. I saw her play for Sandy Burris' team. My second favorite soccer person in the Carolinas, Sandy Burris. When the W League was around, she had a team in Greenville that I had the opportunity to call games for. Lydia played 1 year for them. Good job by Garner to win a throw. It'll be Claire Griffiths who will throw. Garner, the youngster, getting a good lesson today and all season. We mentioned she's entering her sophomore year of high school. Had all kinds of goals and production last year. She's going to be that much better for her time out on the field against teams like Asheville, against teams like Carolina, the Rapids. It's going to make Bug Tussle High School seem like a walk in the park. Griffiths with the throw. Claire gets it back. Again, it's Garner on the near side. That'll be played out again. 42nd minute. We don't anticipate much added time at the end. Hoops flicks it backwards. Page on the ball, and again that defense able to hold for Asheville. Other than that one little mistake, counterattack is on. Sprinting back is the defense. Here's Dwyer. Dwyer and Gardner. Dwyer fires. It's blocked by Zagante. Still trouble. Blocked again by Zagante. Off the far side, Zagante blocks it again as Dwyer was on it. I believe it was Woods who took the second shot. Again, hard to see that angle, but Susie Zagante, 3 hard-earned saves there. Corner kick now for Asheville. 43rd minute, late here in this first half. That's over everybody's head. And Oak City able to clear. Goss. Sent back into the box. This is Greb. Gardner is there again. So Avery Gardner doing her part. Primarily a center mid for the Elon Phoenix last year, but a defender here with Oak City. Another sub here as Asheville makes a late sub. It's Olivia Lenderman. She is a high school product of Asheville High. Lenderman, 19 goals and 11 assists as a junior last year. She's on the ball right now for Asheville. Good opportunity for some of these younger players to get some experience. I'll be honest with you folks, the first couple of games we did, I thought it was a little strange seeing high school players and veterans playing on the same field, but the more that it's gone on, the more that I've come around to it, liking it actually, and being heavily in favor. So if they're talented enough, why not give them a shot? Lydia Vandenberg got way up in the air to head that. Hoops. Vandenberg gets it back, and a little push by McAdams, so foul is called. So an opportunity via the set piece here. It'll be Fishline who will take the free kick. So Fishline from about 40 yards. Curves it into the box. Defense holds. Still danger though. Gardner with the header. It's played by McAdams. Unfortunately, nobody home. So 45 minutes in the books. Extra time here in this first half. Again, they're keeping time on the field, so they'll stop it when they're good and ready to. I kind of saw the official glance at his watch, but they may add a little bit of extra time here. Again, it's up to the officials at their discretion. We haven't seen it much this year, but everybody is different. Oak City trying to make one last chance on it. Sliding in, another challenge, and that might be a card. So no card. A little surprised, but I always like to see them err on the side of a warning first and then a card, so good officiating there. So again, we're in extra time, 46th minute. Oh, they did issue a card, never mind. Everything I just said, forget about it. They issued the yellow card, so probably the right decision too. So this might be the last chance here of this first half. Sent into the box. Sagante had trouble. It's Cujo trying to make a play, and the foul is called. So we continue to play on here, 2-1 in favor of Asheville. And that'll do it. So the first half wraps up 2-1 in favor of Asheville City, needing a victory to win the conference outright, and so far taking care of business over your Oak City United. Second minute goal by Megan McAllister. 17th minute goal by Molly Dwyer for Asheville, and for Oak City it's Michelle Casold scoring in the 16th minute. Well, we'll stop the clock before we go to the break, and Kevin, you could take off if you need to, but before we go to the break, just a shout out to my former town, Asheville, and especially Stacy Enos. I looked and I checked, and today's actually the 6-year anniversary of the day that I moved south here, and I came to Asheville starting my own business and heavily in debt, and things not going so well there the first couple of months. I meet with Stacy Enos, and Stacy was nice enough to hire me at her college that she was the athletic director for, Warren Wilson, and it was really that opportunity. I would not be here right now if it weren't for Stacy, so I owe her a great debt of gratitude and thanks, and she's somebody who I will always consider a friend. I love her to death, and I'm so glad I got to see her here today. And she's a wonderful person. Asheville fans, you guys treasure the team you have and the community that you have and the people that you have, because it's not like that everywhere. Places are trying, but it's certainly not like that everywhere, and Stacy Enos is a big reason why. So I go to Asheville, and then I get the job, and then I get to know who Stacy Enos is. And if you don't know who Stacy Enos is, she's a legend, a literal legend living amongst us. She was a part of those great North Carolina teams in the early days. They were so dominant, winning national championship after national championship, and she was a member of the first women's national team ever. And I hope we get to the point in U.S. soccer where we are thanking those people and we are giving credit to those people. If you go on U.S. Soccer's website, there's hardly a blip about the pioneers in this game, especially on the women's side, and that is a crime to me. So Stacy Enos was a member of those teams. And if you'd like to do something at halftime, actually Stacy and I did an interview, I'd say about 4 years ago. If you search for Stacy Enos on YouTube, you'll find that interview that she and I did that kind of touch on those topics and her career and what it was like being on those first national teams. It's a good interview, and you should watch it. So my thanks to her. I can't thank her enough. And before I fawn over Asheville a little too much, I have to remember who's writing the checks. And a big thanks also to the folks at Oak City and Lindsay DeLorenz, who's a terrific player in her own right and a long legacy. It's been a fun first year doing this here in Raleigh with Lindsay's team, and they've got a great culture here, and I hope it's supported a little better in the coming years. So that's my spiel for the half. We're going to go away for about 10 minutes. 2-1 again is your score. Asheville with the lead will step away and come back with the second half in about 10 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Chris Sheeman, Kevin Gotuso, glad to be with you. Apex High School, Apex, North Carolina, the site of this finale of this 2018 season for both Asheville City and Oak City United. Right now, Asheville with a 2-1 advantage as we're back to live action. So, if you're just joining us, Megan McAllister started the scoring party for Asheville in the 2nd minute with a goal off a counterattack. Oak City would answer to level it at 1-1 in the 16th off the foot of Michelle Casold, who hit a circus shot. But then right back on the ball, Asheville scored in the 17th off the foot of Molly Dwyer, and that's the scoring so far. Dwyer sending it into the box. No trouble for Zagante. Doesn't look like any changes in front of the net for either team. Susie Zagante in the net for Oak City and Bryson Lee for Asheville. Asheville wins today. They are Conference Carolinas champions. They will go to the South Region playoffs next weekend. For Oak City, an opportunity at 4-4-1 to go above 500 and finish out the year with a winning record. On that far side for Asheville, Jacobs, Cross, and Gardner, who's been around the ball a lot. Good play from the center back for Oak City today, Avery Gardner, who will be a sophomore this fall at Elon. It's coming quicker than you think, too. We're already past July 4th. These years, these seasons always go by so quick. Cujo with the header. Fernandez for Oak City with the header. Now Vandenberg. Oak City on the near side, it's Lawrence. Here's Shimshock, the right back. Lee looking back for her, and it goes out of play. So a throw in now for Oak City, it's Fernandez. So in the first half, the wind was blowing from right to left. That continues to be the case here in the second half. We'll see if that's able to help Oak City. A lot of their long balls kind of died up in the air. Fernandez ball in. Claire Griffiths being chased to the corner by Goss. So another throw for Oak City. Oak City, Michelle Casold, Madison Hoops both tie for the team lead with 5 goals apiece. Cujo will send it out of play. Claire Griffiths, 4 assists on the year. Missing some key players. Sarah Teagarden played briefly here in 2018 before she got an opportunity to join the Courage. What a year the Courage are having. Opportunity for McAdams possibly. Sends it to the far side for Floyd. Floyd looking to cross. And that will be short of the post, out of play for a goal kick. So Sarah Teagarden seeing limited early season game action before joining the Courage. And a few other players, one player in Germany that was signed for 2018, a few other players playing for the Courage this year. So Oak City never got their full roster, really. You could see that ball. Bryson Lee was booming them in that first half, and it's dying here in the second half. Now we'll see if Oak City can use the win to their advantage here. Try more long through balls. That's going to be a throw for Asheville. That was off Oak City, they say. Just underway here in the second half as we wrap up 2018. That was off the face of McAdams. Stays with it. Coming up is Gardner, and Gardner called for the push, much to the dismay of Oak City's bench. Vandenberg sends it into the box. Oh boy, Jacobs had a real shot. Now Woods overshoots that one. So 2 pretty clear opportunities missed from Asheville there. Talked about how This veteran team has come together in its first year, 8-0-1 for Asheville City here in 2018. Little extracurricular activities from Cujo there. She gave a shove to Claire Griffiths. Two goals, 4 assists for Claire this year. She's going to take the free kick from center circle. Let's see how this ball moves. Correction, it's Lauren who's taking the free kick. A little more on it. That's going to be cleared out. Casold will throw. Claire Griffiths was on the ball. Cujo winning it back for Asheville. Lauren Griffiths now to Claire. And that ball over the line. So it'll be a throw for Asheville. Asheville City 2, Oak City 1. These two teams met in Asheville a few weeks ago, June 27th. Asheville won 4-1. All the scoring was in the first half of that game. Oak City had a lot of chances in the first half in the first meeting between these two teams. The defense clamped down in the second half. Here's McAllister. Michelle Casold gets there first. Floyd. Cujo sends it to the far side for Saunders. Saunders with Gardner on her. And runs out of room. I believe a goal kick to come. A throw instead by Casold on the far side. Mentioned it in the first half. You can see Asheville traveling well, bringing a lot of fans with them here today. You can see a lot of the visiting fans wearing the Asheville gear. Trying for the counterattack was Lawrence. Again, that defense for Asheville holds firm. Casold tries it on the far side. Saunders taking it back. Saunders plays it back to Croce. Correction, that's Woods on that far side. Apologies. Casold. Here's Zagante. Lauren Griffiths. So Casold's moved back. She's playing in a right back spot right now. Asheville looking for the conference victory. They get it with 3 points here today. They also get it, I believe, with any tiebreaker. Header by Fernandez. Sent back in by Asheville. Here's McAllister. McAllister running out of room. So another goal kick to come, folks, while we have a second. I want to remind you can follow Oak City on social media. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram are all at Oak City United. So search for them, like them, follow them, tweet them, do all that. Been a pleasure to bring you these games all year. Talented group. Oak City shuffling a lot of players in and out here in 2018 as well. Lots of people getting an opportunity to show what they can do. Lydia Vandenberg taking it away. Vandenberg with a good run. Leaves it on the far side. That's Greb, I believe, sending it in. Oh, hit by Woods and the block by Zagante, and then it's hit too high. What a play. Zagante has played so well in front of the net for Oak City here today. The follow-up attempt was by Jacobs, by the way. So Zagante, she had 3 saves in a row in one sequence in the first half. Here comes Asheville again. Again, it's Vandenberg. Casold able to clear. We have not seen much from the Oak City attack since the very early going. A bad pass there will get them a throw. I mentioned Casold had the goal in the 16th minute. We also, right out of the gate, Oak City took a shot on target, but other than that, not much of anything. And it's gotten a little bit more difficult as the game has gone on. The physicality for Asheville starting to wear down. So foul called, and Floyd will take the free kick, far side of center circle, 56th minute. Got to give a shout out to, I was talking about Warren Wilson in the first half, their coach. That's a great ball into the box. You can see how the ball's moving with the wind at their back now. Shout out to Warren Wilson basketball coach Robin Martin, who's watching the home team on the road there in the mountains. So a sub for Asheville. Greb's coming in for Woods. Laura Greb, one of those players who's a coach in the area that I mentioned, played at Western Carolina from 2009 to 2013, wearing number 4 for Asheville. It's Claire Griffiths on the far side, and off her foot, throw for Asheville City. And again, another throw to come. So Asheville's kind of going in the mold of what Charleston did, teaming up with the men's team. Stacy mentioned they'd like to see a new stadium there for both the men and women to play on. It's up to the city if they want to invest. Hopefully they do. Soccer is becoming bigger. There's many people trying to roll back a lot of what this country is becoming, but they are going to fail. And sports like soccer are going to become bigger and bigger, especially as the U.S. finally starts to develop, especially on its men's side. It's going to be a slow process, but I think they're starting to get there. We'll see if relegation ever comes into play or not. On the women's side, we'll see if we can ever get a second division going. It's going to be a tough road for that, too. Another foul on Asheville, so Michelle Casold, I believe, Floyd is going to take this kick. Opportunity via the set piece. Have you been watching the World Cup? It's been set piece chances every game. Here's one. The header by Gardner. Nice grab by Lee. She stayed composed and used every bit of her frame to go get that ball. So the opportunity is missed that time for Oak City. Greb trying to make something happen. Again, Casold. Casold has really stabilized things on that back line for Oak City. It's a good move by Anita Rodriguez and company making that change. Here's Zagante coming out of the box. Jacobs trying to keep it in play. She does. Cujo, you see the patience. They've got a lot of speed, Asheville, but they've also got a lot of patience. That ball on the near side and away from action, I think a foul. Cujo asking what the problem was, and I couldn't tell you either. Might have just been a inadvertent whistle, something like that, or a foul on Oak City. Couldn't tell you, but it will be a free kick here for Asheville. Goss sends it in. Headed back out by Floyd. Off the back heel. Ivy Garner making a play. Garner trying to chase it down again. Garner battling with Fishline. So it looks like it's off Oak City. It'll be an Asheville throw. 60th minute. Still plenty of time for Oak City, but again, got to get that attack going again. That's Lauren Griffiths. Sending it back to Zagante. Just heard Stacy Enos, the coach of Asheville, saying they've got the wind against them, so try to curve it. We'll see what their passes start to look like. Ivy Garner pleading for a call as she was grabbed on the jersey. And she gets it. So free kick again for Oak City. "60 minutes in the books here in Apex, North Carolina. 2-1, Asheville wins. They're the conference champs. Oak City wins. They can have another winning year, back-to-back years. Ball into the box. Look out. Madison hoops. I don't think she knew it was around her on the first touch, but she gathered and able to capitalize. We are level at 2. 61st minute goal. Madison hoops her 6th of the season. And just like that, the momentum back with Oak City. The ball kind of died for a second, and Hoops was turned the opposite direction. And then she turned around and saw, I've got it right here. Like finding the golden ticket, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Madison Hoops connects, and we are even Steven at 2-all. So, we saw Asheville score quickly on the ball after Oak City leveled it before. Oak City's going to get possession here, though, and a throw now coming for Fernandez. Oak City could play spoiler. Again, I believe that the Rapids play today. I've been trying to talk to those folks on Twitter and haven't heard much other than the results of their last games from last weekend, so it may have been I read this schedule wrong. Asheville does win with a victory here today. They've got 25 points. The Rapids have 24, but again, that might not be correct. I'm sure there's plenty of Asheville fans on the YouTube chat who can let us know what the situation is, because they probably know better than us. Again, with the wind in their face, the ball sent in on the foul called. Vandenberg, top of the box, off the deflection. Vandenberg leaves it. Trying to get there is Dwyer. Dwyer sends it to the near side, and that's going to roll out of play. Cujo battling with Lawrence there. Claire Griffiths looking to go 1-2 with Madison Hoops. Claire trying to get there. The stride by Goss as she chases it down and gets there first. Still, you like it. You're seeing more energy now from Oak City. Casold moved to the back line, has stabilized things certainly here today. Susie Zagante with some ridiculous saves. Madison Hoops trying to chase it down. Lee gets there, and Asheville looking to go quickly again. On that far side, Garner trying to run it down. Garner trying to keep it in play. It's taken back, though, by Fishline. How about the job Fishline has done today on Garner and others from that left back spot? Madison Hoops again, chasing it down. Claire Griffiths trying to get there. Vandenberg comes up to take it away. Now here's Casold. Casold sends it into the box. Lawrence is held. Coming up is Lee, and she'll make the play. '65th minute. Casold with the throw. Here's Claire. Battling with Cujo. And it's off Cujo. From the top. Firing it. Floyd, wide left, but not a bad idea. At this point, if you're open for Oak City, take the shot. Trying to play the role of spoilers. Oak City United. If Asheville City loses and the Rapids finish their season with only the one loss, the Rapids, I believe, would win the conference. Vandenberg looking to throw here. Lawrence. It's off hoops. Taken back by Shimshak. That was Greb. And that was Lauren Griffiths playing it back to Zagante. Garner now on that far side trying to get back on the ball. Asheville trying for the counterattack, and again from that right back position, Casold makes a great slide to get the ball, and then a foul called. Okay, so somebody on the YouTube chat said that the Rapids won their last game and have 27 points, so that would mean that this draw would place Asheville in second. I believe that is correct, and the information that I had was incorrect, basically because they didn't update it. So Asheville needs 3 points, as far as we know. Semi-pro athletics, folks. What can I tell you? On that far side, Saunders sends it. How about Casold? She did it again, took it away. Here's Vandenberg. Vandenberg splits two defenders. Lydia fires, and that's going to be short. Too high as well. Sub for Asheville. Lisa Marie Woods coming in. Woods, an interesting story from Norway, member of the Norwegian UEFA Under-19 Championship in 2003. Has had a long pro career in the U.S. and Norway and in Denmark. She comes in for Laura Greb, wearing number 29. Oak City still on the ball. You see the time remaining. Again, a lot on the line here in this final weekend of Carolina's conference action, especially for Asheville. But right now, Oak City's got a lot of momentum, and right now you got to give a lot of the credit to Anita Rodriguez, changing things up a bit, putting Casold in the right back position. It's really gotten things going. Madison Hoops tied it. So folks, the power went out on us here at the field, so I'm going to take over the camera while we get that technical issue solved. We're going to cut the audio here just for a minute. Okay, so we have a stoppage, and looks like we're okay again. So while we have that stoppage, we're also going to have a sub. Charlotte McClure will come into the game. She was a high school freshman in the Asheville area last year. Plays like a veteran. Octavia Saunders comes off. So it'll be McClure to throw here. 70th minute. 20 left to go. Can Asheville get a goal, get these 3 points, and win the conference? Or will Oak City play spoilers here On the near side, McAllister turns on the Jets. McAllister with Gardner applying some pressure, and that's going to go out of play. It will be an Oak City throw. Oak City tying it in the 66th minute, excuse me. Correction, 61st minute. Madison Hoops scoring her 6th goal of the season. So Hoops has 6 goals, Casold with 5 on the year for Oak City. Kevin Gattuso on the camera, Chris Sheeman on the call. Kevin mentioned it'd be interesting to see if Oak City would have the benefit of that win. So far they've used it to their advantage. Free kick now for Floyd and Oak City. The rain, by the way, is gone. There's no more threat of that. Floyd sends it in. Look out, Leah to make a play. And she does. Hoop stays with it. Claire Griffiths, oh, on the line. It was Cujo saving the season. Another goal by Oak City makes it very difficult for Asheville. What a play by Cujo. Claire Griffiths just missing. Excellent effort in this second half from Oak City. Here's Garner. And that's deflected off Asheville, so it'll be a throw. Claire Griffiths again. Trying to go through. Garner trying to get on the ball. 2 defenders around her. And here comes Vandenberg and the counterattack. It's blocked, though, by Lauren Griffiths. And then Lauren with an oopsie-daisy foul. A hard shot delivered, but certainly no harm intended. Looks like their knees collided. So, you ever hit your knee on the side of the bed? Now imagine doing that at full speed, and that's what had just happened. Looks like it was Goss who got shaken up, but she's okay. So the foul called, free kick now for Asheville. Again, the wind is whipping in their face right now. Casold gets up on the ball. You can see it just kind of die. Those were balls that were just flowing in the first half, and the wind moving from right to left, and it's pretty strong. At time, it's gusty. Right now, there's no wind. Good chime for Shimshock to curve it. She does. Casold gets there first again. She has been all over the place on that right side, frustrating Dwyer and others. You see her block it a couple of times there. Michelle Casold had a long and fruitful career, and Zagante will make the play on that before Woods can get there in field hockey, but I get the feeling that if she wanted to be a soccer star, she could have been a soccer star. There's certainly a lot of similarities between the two as well. It's not like it's a foreign concept. Opportunity again, a throw for Fernandez. Hoops trying to get there, but Cujo on the ball. Vandenberg tries to make a play. Here's Casold. It's Floyd now. Floyd trying to get it back. Floyd is going to be called for the foul there. 75th minute. As it stands right now, Asheville is out of the region playoffs, and the Rapids are the conference champs. Again, trying to get some clarification on that from the folks with the Carolina Rapids. We'll see if they get back to us or not. Thank God for Twitter. Asheville still certainly far from out of this one. They are so dangerous on the attack. But you can see those balls are just not getting the momentum that they were getting in the first half. And Oak City's capitalizing. That's a good through ball now to Woods. Woods plays it to McAllister. McAllister blocked by Zagante. Susie Zagante gets the big piece of chicken in the post-game meal. What an effort by Susie here today. Cujo. We'll see if Asheville starts bringing players forward now. Whoa, that was a beautiful ball by Shimshuk. Blocked again. McAllister shot it. Zagante denied. That's going to be deflected off, and it'll be an Oak City throw. Susie Zagante showing flashes and why they were so high on her in Croatia when she was a member of that national team, the under-19 national team. Vandenberg now. Asheville starting to pick up the attack. This is McClure. McClure, Cujo in the middle. Sends it into the box and nobody there. So Zagante making another play on it. Chris Sheeman, Kevin Gattuso here with you, 77th minute. Here in this one, we'll probably have a little stoppage time as well. A couple of injuries in this second half. Oak City, opportunity to level with Asheville. Not many have been able to do that. Just one, Beaufort County. Ollie Dwyer trying to run it down on that far side, sprinting forward and knocks over the corner pole in frustration. And then picks it up. It's good to be frustrated, but it's good to be sportsmanlike as well. No reason those two can't coexist. We have another whistle. It's been a physical game. Ball was off Asheville and a throw by Oak City. Claire Griffiths. Garner. We've seen very little in the way of substitutions here in this second half. Anita Rodriguez has played it beautifully. Brilliant coaching here in this one. And again, your best effort, you're still tied. McAllister chases it to the near side, battling with Fernandez. Fernandez wins that battle. Should note that one of the goals from Asheville kind of came on a mistake by the back line for Oak City. So here's Hoops. Claire Griffiths with the ball. Beautiful ball to Lawrence. Lawrence fires it into the box. Coming up was Garner. Couldn't get quite on it. Credit the defense there for Asheville. And Bryson Lee comes up with it. This has the feel of a playoff game, doesn't it? 79th minute. That's going to be headed out by Casold. The Rapids of Carolina waiting to see, are they the champions right now? It looks that way. Asheville still in control of its destiny, though. Here's Sarah Jacobs. Jacobs on the near side for McAllister. That ball, I thought, might have had a little too much on it. McAllister able to chase it down, and it's knocked out by Fernandez. Neither team, as I mentioned, has done much substituting. We'll see if that changes as we're in the 80th minute now. McAllister sends it in. The net is open. Casold gets rid of it. Claire Griffiths will knock it forward. Here's Hoops. Hoops at center circle. The through ball to Gardner. Getting there is Goss. And we're going to get a foul called on Garner, who disagrees. The sun has come out. The breeze is still keeping things relatively cool here today, though, says the guy in the shade. But it's certainly not as hot as it has been. Mother Nature has worked with us here today. It gave us a lot of rain for about 22 hours, and then it stopped as soon as the game started. Claire Griffiths now. 80 minutes in the books. That'll be a throw for Oak City. And that's going to roll right to Lee. Bryson Lee with the goal kick. Headed by Lauren Griffiths. And that'll go out of play. Another throw for Asheville on the far side. This time McClure will throw. Dwyer. Now Woods. Michelle Casold again doing the job. Garner sends it forward. Pass off the mark, taken back by Asheville. Shimshock, ball deflected. Able to get back on it. Shimshock sending it into the box. Gardner is there. Headed by McAllister. Gardner again clears. Hoops trying to chase it down. In a race with her and Fishline. Now Goss. Oak City's going for it. Both of these teams are. And that's going to be off the mark. It'll be a throw for Oak City. 82nd minute. Asheville able to clear it. Trying to get it forward. That's going to be off Floyd. Ball played on the near side. Lawrence will try to get there. Just 3 defenders for Asheville right now, as they're moving bodies into an attack mode. Vandenberg sends it in. That's going to be too far forward, though, and Zagante will get on the ball. 83rd minute, and a player is shaken up for Asheville. We'll step aside here for just a moment. Well, folks, they're going to do a water break while they deal with the injured player as well. So again, we're going to step aside here just for a brief moment and come back. Well, very bad news if you're an Asheville fan, if you're a fan of the game in general. Lydia Vandenberg is the injured party. We heard knee. Either way, she's being helped off. Her day will definitely be done, and You wish nothing but the best for her, certainly. Again, as we know right now, Asheville is 2 points behind the Rapids. If the information that Carolina Rapids have given us is correct, their season is done and they have 27 points. Asheville with 25, and Asheville now without its leader. So 85 minutes in the books. Of course, we will have additional time added on for that injury break. But things are tense right now. And Asheville without its captain. On that far side, Lenderman for Asheville. Asheville gets a goal, and all these different scenarios don't really make a difference. Dwyer in. Molly Dwyer. Ball deflected, and Casold will clear. It's been Michelle Casold defensively in this second half for Oak City that has kept them in it. We are even at 2. Asheville scoring both of their goals in the first half. In the second minute, it was Megan McAllister. In the 17th, it was Molly Dwyer. For Oak City, Michelle Casold scored in the 16th minute. Madison Hoops evened us up in the 61st minute. Foul called on Asheville. Oak City will get the throw. 87th minute. And what I would tell folks is, if you're an Asheville fan and you're really interested and want to know, are you going to be conference champs? Wait until the final results are released. Don't go so much on what we're telling you here in this broadcast. That free kick, boom forward by Floyd, but Asheville holds. They have to get the counterattack on now, though, and without Vandenberg, that's going to be more challenging. She really set the stage for a lot of what has happened out there for Asheville here today, especially and all season long. Still, this team so deep. There is a lot of depth and experience on this roster. Fernandez will send it out. It's over near us. And a throw by Shimshak, looking to go quickly here. Susie Zagante has made probably 7 or 8 saves today. Tremendous effort by her. McAllister running out of real estate, and now Zagante will have a goal kick here. The wind is moving, gusting from right to left, so Zagante can get something on this. Here's Hoops. Molly Dwyer for Asheville. So Dwyer has moved into that role occupied by Vandenberg, and over on the far side it's Lenderman stepping into Dwyer's role. Cujo directing traffic. Here's Dwyer, top of the box. Good ball on the near side for Shimshak. Shimshak will fire it. Zagante will make the play. 89th minute. Again, we will have stoppage time. We had a few minutes for an injury and water break. Level at 2, Oak City trying to wrap it up at 500 this year at 4-4-1 currently. Their other draw came against the Lady Dynamo, the 2 powerhouses Oak City playing toe-to-toe with in their meetings. Claire Griffiths trying to get there, but it's off Oak City. It'll be a throw for Asheville here. Dwyer on the ball. That ball deflected. Madison Hoops trying to get there. Looking for Lawrence. Again, the defense by Goss. Here's Garner. Garner held off. Here's Cujo. 90th minute. That through ball, nobody there. Zagante says, let it roll. A draw against Asheville would be a fantastic way to wrap up 2018. So would a win. Here comes Fernandez. Fernandez pushing forward, now stops and gathers. Leaves it to Lawrence. And we're going to get a foul called. Correction, offside flag is up on the far side on Lawrence. So 90 minutes are in the books. This is stoppage time. We got a couple of minutes of stoppage in the first half. Again, the referees are keeping time on the field. There's no scoreboard here. So stoppage time up to them. Claire Griffiths sends it in. Hoops trying to get to it. Sliding to get it away from Oak City was Shimshak. So 91st minute. If I had to estimate, I'd say there'd be at least 3 minutes, but again, who knows? Claire Griffiths with the corner kick now. Just the second corner kick of the day for Oak City. Opportunity via the set piece, and Claire will take her time with this. Beautiful ball. It's deflected in. It might be an own goal. Oh, a horrible way to wrap up the season for Asheville, but I believe it's an own goal. For Oak City, Lawrence was around the ball, but it's just misplayed. Now Asheville really has to go. They don't know exactly how things are working out. This would be a huge upset for Oak City. Man, how about this second half for Oak City? Did they come to play or what? Michelle Casold from that right back position. Susie Zagante making the save, and Susie will use as much time as possible. Again, probably a couple more minutes here. Oak City looking for its second consecutive winning season there, and they're on track right now. It'll be a throw for Oak City. It looks like they will sub as well. Annabelle Phillips will come into the game, and Lawrence will come off. That's going to be headed off Shimshak. Unbelievable finish to this one, and an amazing second half by Oak City United. Garner trying to chase it down. The wind continues to carry it. Garner trying to get there with two defenders. Cujo's going to get it. Asheville might have one or two more chances here. So we're in the 93rd minute right now. They actually called a foul there, so a free kick coming. Asheville trying to get it forward. They have to bring everybody up now. Woods with the play. Here's Garner. So a loss, no matter what the Rapids have done, sinks Asheville. We know that much. A tie and it's still up in the air. But a loss and it's over. And Oak City's defense has held, and they will win it. Oak City United wraps up 2018 with a 5-4-1 record, pulling off a tremendous comeback today against Asheville City. I mean, what do you say about this one, folks? Unbelievable game, especially by that Oak City backline. Credit Michelle Casold, credit Gardner, and especially Susie Zagante, no doubt our player of the match. What a game for Oak City. So, recapping the scoring, Asheville started it in the second minute. It was Megan McAllister making it 1-0. Oak City would answer 14 minutes later in the 16th. Michelle Casold leveled it at 1. Right on the ball again in the 17th, Molly Dwyer in Asheville City took the lead back, making it 2-1. And then in the 61st minute, Madison Hoop scored her 6th of the season to level it, and an own goal, we believe, at the end in stoppage time gives Oak City a 3-2 win. They wrap up 2018 at 5-4-1. Asheville falls to 8-1-1, and a congratulations to the Carolina Rapids. Well deserved by them. They are the conference champions, at least as far as we know. Again, Asheville folks, check the final results on WPSLsoccer.com. Again, I want to give a big thanks to Lindsay DeLorenz for having me. I'm glad to have brought you these games. Hopefully you enjoyed them, folks. I appreciate it. All the feedback that we've gotten has been very positive. It's been a great season. So Oak City wins 3-2 over Asheville. That's it for 2018, folks. It's been my pleasure once again. For my cameraman, Kevin Gotuso, my name's Chris Sheeman. Take care, everybody.